What's going on, everyone? This is macdaddysays. Real quick, if you already can tell, this is not my normal spot. So I am actually at my buddy Josh's house, who just so happens to be the winner of our Lapras GX and Mewtwo GX cards. So we're gonna gift that to him right now, and then we're also gonna have a little quick pack battle. And the thing you probably clicked on this for is we're gonna be teaching you how to play the Pokemon TCG game. So yeah, we have a giveaway, a live giveaway, and pack openings and a lesson. So make sure you stay around for the whole video. And yeah, let's just get into it. All right, so we are here. This is his. He won this giveaway, so that's for you, man.
I'm so excited about this Lapras. I was just telling him, man, I cannot tell you. It's so awesome. I love Japanese cards. I appreciate it. And the Mewtwo, also GX, beautiful, man. It's full hollow. It's in great shape. I'm just happy to have it, man. Thank you so much, dude.
No, thank you
for
sharing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll take away one just for 8 to make it even. I'll let you pick the packs.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right. So I think you have what, 2 Team Up 2 Lost Thunder? Yep. That's perfect. So I have Team Up 2 Lost Thunder.
Cool.
So you want to go first?
Sure.
I'm just gonna rip mine to be prepped up.
I'm going with a Team Up first. I'll be honest, I haven't opened packs in forever, so I have no idea what's in any of these sets.
Yeah. So, but you know the card trick?
Is it 3 or 4?
4. 4 threes.
So I don't know if you know this or not, but green code means that's probably not going to be a good card.
I've heard that. Yeah.
White code is it's going to be a good card. There you go.
There you go,
guys. So, 4. Okay, cool.
I'm trying to show it like right here.
Dark energy, you gotta love that. I'm an Umbreon fan, so I like the dark energy.
Just show it like right here. Yeah, there you go. And if you just want to cycle through that way.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So we got a War Turtle. Nice. Heliolisk. Buff Padding. Staryu. Poochyena. An Alolan Geodude. A Paris. A Joltik. Oh, reverse Spiritomb. That's nice.
Is that a rare?
That. Yeah. See, no, it's uncommon.
Okay.
Sorry. And then your rare is the Zebreska.
Zebrika? Yeah. Alright, so here's your code card, guys. We have a Fire Energy, Fairy Charm, Ninjask, Magmira, Skidoo, Chansey, Snubble, Ralts, Dandy. Ooh, that's cool. A reverse rare Electivire. And for the rare is a non-hollow Slowking. But
just for the record, this is not what we would call pack battling.
Yeah.
Have you done a pack battle? Like
I just know, like, you just compare whoever gets the.
It's like you use like basically you forgo energy costs. There's your code. Alright, we got a Fairy Energy. Heracross. This is actually one of the best guys right now in Nightmare Cup in the Pokemon Go. If you have a Heracross. Fairy Charm. Skiploom. Marini. Cyndaquil. It's one of my favorites, man.
Yeah, he's playful looking.
How do you say that?
Poipole.
Combee. Houndour. Got a reverse Fairy Charm. And a rare non-hollow Azumarill.
Code card. Got a Fighting Energy, another Fairy Charm, Professor Elm's Lecture, Trumbeak, Larvitar, Slowpoke, Chubchoo, Alolan Diglett, Natu, a Shuckle reverse. And then for the rare, a Cannon.
The Shuckle's not bad, man. Let's see what is his ability. Wow, that's not bad at all, man. The Shuckle's not bad.
What was it?
So basically, anytime you bench it, it lets you discard 3 energy, and a lot of other Pokemon or items let you get energy from the discard and bench it immediately. So that's not bad. So we got a Water Energy here. This is the other team up, by the way.
Yep.
Water Energy, Brock's Grit.
I got a full art of that one recently.
Oh, nice.
It was pretty sick.
Pokemon Communication, Flaffy, Psyduck, Vullaby, Weedle. It's a nice Weedle, actually, that coloring. Helioptile, Execute. Ooh, we got a reverse Lugia rare.
That's awesome.
And we got a Pangoro. The Lugia is nice, and I think it's the best we've pulled so far. That's very nice, man.
What's your favorite legendary?
Okay, I know this is kind of weird, but it's got to be Celebi, man.
Okay.
Or Suicune.
I don't think that's weird.
Fan. I'm a Suicune fan, too, man.
So we got Electric Energy, Pokemon Communication, Hitmonlee, Metal Goggles, Zora, Larvitar. I have like 1,000 of these Larvitars.
Those guys?
Yeah, those and Psyduck. Yeah, they always, I feel like, come right behind each other. Larvitar and Psyduck. Weedle, a reverse Joltik. I feel like I have a bunch of him. And then a Blastoise for the rare, which is one of my favorites.
We got a white code card. Here we go.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what we got. Psychic Energy. What is that? Chameleon?
Kecleon.
Kecleon. I'm awful with the names. Netball. There's a Shuckle. There's another one.
Yep.
Cubchoo.
Cubchoo.
Fampy. That's one of my favorites. Wurmple. Marini. Yamask. We got a reverse Vespiquen rare. And a Tapu Koko.
Oh, and that's
Very
a holo.
Nice. Yeah,
Dope.
holo Tapu Koko. I like that, man. Not bad, not bad.
Alright, and then another code card for you guys. What did I do? I don't think I did the card trick yet. Fire Energy, Jasmine, Dragonair, Torracat, Chan, Squirtle, Klefki, Voltorb, Weedle, Unidentified Reverse, Rare, and a... Oh, wait, is that a holo? Yeah, that's a holo.
Yes, it is.
On a star. So, very cool.
Good. Not bad, not bad.
Not bad. So, you guys can, in the comments, make sure you guys tell us who won today's pack battle. It looks like we both got one rare, or one holo each. Yeah. But you did get that reverse rare. Lugia was pretty dope.
Lugia's good, too.
Yeah,
but that Omnistar's not bad either, man. It's
Yeah.
a pretty card, dude. Such a pretty card.
Cool, so we can start putting some of these cards. Oh wait, we have one more thing, just unboxing real quick. So this is a team up, build and battle. What are you looking for?
There's one more pack, right?
Yeah, there's one more pack. If you want to open that, that's fine. So there's the Pikachu Zekrom art there. And this comes with, it comes with a few more.
Oh, there you go.
So 4 more team up packs, so we can open those up together. Oh, look at that Charizard team up.
Wow, man, that looks beautiful.
I love it. All right, and then a little pamphlet here, a little build your kit, build your deck building tips. So I don't have a deck put together yet. Josh here already does, so hopefully this will help me at least.
We can probably build you something
Build something, yeah. So we'll go ahead and open up this pack, and you'll should see, I think, a bunch of like energies and trainers. But yeah, look at that beautiful Charizard team up. Oh, Erica's Hospitality, non-holo, but I've heard that's an amazing card as well. I think I have 2 holo Erica's Hospitalities at home. Lily, Hau, Charmander. Oh, I gotta make sure I'm in frame there. Charmeleon, Ponyta, Rapidash. So, like, in the game, you have multiple of the same cards so that you can evolve. But Switch, Farfetch'd, Meowga, Blitzel. So this is definitely like a electric jet. Zebstrika, and then there's your code card. So
that seems definitely like a good starting point for sure.
Yeah. So there's your. I love this Charizard team up. That one's pretty sick.
Yeah, man.
So
it's good art. All right, so here we've got this last. I think it's Lost Thunder. Yeah, Lost Thunder pack. So here we go. Got a Steel Energy, Memory Energy. That's nice. Kecleon, Lampert, Piplio, Moril, Chansey, Trico,
Pick-a-peck,
maybe. Reverse Moril, and a Shed Ninja. Shed Ninja's the rare. Nice.
Look at it. It came with one of every pack art. That's pretty cool.
Oh, so nice.
So go ahead and crack these open. I have yet to open a tag team card. It's really upsetting me. Have you seen the tag team pack art? Or not the pack art, but cards yet?
No, man, I haven't opened stuff in so long. I've been out of the loop.
Outstanding. Claffy, Litten, Emolga, Mareep, Vulpix, Joltik, Reverse Rare, Alolan Executor. That's a rare. And then a non-hollow Muk. That is gruesome looking.
Here's your code card. Got a Water Energy, Kakuna, Rapidash, Return Label, a Weedle, Dratini, on a Lowengrimer, Ponyta, Cosmog, ooh, a Reverse Charmander. I love that art too.
Yeah,
man. It's so good.
Was sweet.
And a non-hollow Pengaroo.
I love I know they're not as worth as much, but I love the reverse Kanto starters.
Yeah, man. I think that art is beautiful.
Here's your code. And then Joshua will get to open the last pack. So we got Psychic, Dana, Kabuto, Nita, Zora, Psyduck, Emolga, Staryu, Poochyena. Reverse is the Tanquil. Oh, we got a Gyarados hollow.
Nice.
That's pretty sick. I love how there's just flames everywhere, just destruction is going on.
I mean, fits Gyarados perfectly.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a white card here. Here's your code. Get that in there. Fighting Energy. Got a Metal Goggles, Golduck, a Grass Memory. Now this is for your Silvally, and this changes the type depending on which memory you have.
Okay, yeah.
It's super good, man.
The type null. And
yeah,
all
exactly.
That
Yep. Pancham, Voltorb, Klefki, Charmander, different art, Mankey, a Reverse Grimer, and is that hollow? Hollow Alolan Ninetales. That's a beautiful card. Ability Lumious Barrier. This is great, man. Prevent all effects of attacks, including damage, done to this Pokemon by your opponent's Pokemon EX or GX. It's basically a wall. This is a great card, man. And it's beautiful. Awesome.
Yeah.
Great pull, dude.
I love, I know this is not a rare or anything. This is very common. I just love this Charmander card because the flame is so large and he looks like he's scared of his own tail. My theory is that he farted.
Okay, I'm with you.
right onto the tail, and now he's when a dog sneezes and wakes itself up.
He's like, exactly. Scared
he farted
out of himself.
Yeah, and now he's scared of his own tail, or maybe he might be evolving soon or something.
Okay, yeah. I'm with you.
But I'm fart is definitely in my humor, so.
I'm with you.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and clean up these cards, and then we're gonna do a quick little tutorial on how to play the game, and then show you a real quick version of him whooping my butt. So, all right, so we'll see you guys. All right, guys. So here's what we're gonna be doing: is Josh is just gonna kind of talk and explain the game. He might share some cards at the same time, and I'm gonna be writing down these rules for you, just kind of like cliff notes. Oops. So just kind of cliff notes for you guys. Yeah. So
All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is energy. Okay, so you have two types of energy in the game. You have your basic energy, which is going to look something generally like this, and you can only play one energy per turn, unless you have some other card that allows you to do so. So again, that's a basic energy. They come in many different types: grass, water, fire, psychic. Then you have what's called a special energy. It's going to look something usually like this, double colorless. You're limited to 4 of these per deck. So you can only have 4. That's what we call a play set. So in Pokemon, the card game, anytime we say a play set, that means 4. So if you're limited to a play set, you're limited to 4. Basic energy, you are not limited to any play set, any number. You can have as many as you want in a deck. The next thing we're going to talk about is basic Pokemon. So you have your basic Pokemon like this Rowlet here. You can only evolve a basic Pokemon once per turn, and you cannot evolve it the turn you set it on your field. So on your field, you're going to have a active Pokemon slot, which is your Pokemon basically that you have up for battle, and 5 bench slots. And the 5 bench slots are going to be basically your team of 6, 1 in the active, 5 in reserve. So your basic Pokemon, after a turn, you can evolve it, placing the card right on top of it into the next stage, whatever it is, as long as you have that Pokemon in your hand, or you can get it out of your deck somehow. Again, you cannot evolve that card that turn unless you have another card that allows you to do so. Again, you can evolve the card the turn after into a stage 2. And what we see on this card is a change from your traditional basic attack on the Pokemon to a Pokemon now that has attack and an ability. And so a Pokemon with ability, it'll state on there whether you can use it once per turn, multiple times per turn, or something like that. So not only Pokemon that evolve have abilities, you also have basic Pokemon that have abilities, such as Tapu Lele. That's kind of a staple in the game right now. Whenever you set this card from your hand onto one of your bench slots, those 5 behind you, it's going to give you the ability to draw any supporter out of your deck and bring it into your hand. And supporter cards are basically very powerful trainer cards. You can only use 1 per turn, and they usually have some almost potentially game-altering effects, such as allowing you to draw more cards, allowing you to force your opponent to switch their Pokemon from their active to their benched, possibly letting you look at your opponent's hand depending on the card. But again, you can only use 1 per turn, and they tend to have a kind of, once you play your supporter per turn, that kind of sets the tone for your turn. If you play an aggressive supporter, you're probably going to be attacking. If you play a defensive supporter or you're searching for something, your turn is going to be based more around trying to get the resources you need. And speaking of resources, that leads us into item cards. You can play as many item cards as you want per turn, though you are limited to 1 playset per item card. So you cannot have more than 4 item cards of the same name in your deck. And this holds true for item cards, supporter cards, and any Pokemon in general. And the last thing I'd like to talk about is abilities on Pokemon that are what we call passive. So a passive ability is an ability that allows you to do something once per turn regardless of where you're at in your turn. So some abilities allow you to place damage, some abilities allow you to strategically perhaps heal your Pokemon, but an ability like this on the Oranguru allows you to draw more cards. And so if you're down to 1 card in your hand, at any point in your turn, you can draw 2 more, up to 3 additional cards. And what that really allows you to do is any time that you're low on resources, you can dig for more. And so cards like this Oranguru, which have no weight as an attacker, no weight as a defender, become invaluable for their ability. So remember when you're making your deck to look for cards that may have some ability that, you may not otherwise use in that deck. For instance, this Ringaroo is a normal type, but I often use it in decks with grass types, decks with fire types, just because of its ability. So don't keyhole yourself to one type per se, or one specific Pokemon evolution chain when you're getting started. So yeah.
What is your favorite typings?
So my favorite typing is Dark. I'm an Umbreon fan, but I also really, really like flying types. I think that they're really good. Fighting types are not bad as well. But right now in the meta, what's good? I haven't played recently enough to tell you.
Yeah,
it changes so often, man. Grass type was really good a while back. Fire type was big. We had a very, very good red guy. He's fire and water type.
How many decks do you have ready to go when it comes to like competition?
So normally most people would at least have 2 decks ready to go, kind of a main deck and a backup, depending on what the meta is. And meta meaning kind of what people show up with, what they're playing with. So there's lots of decks that are what we call tier 1, being good decks. But depending on what you see when you show up to a tournament really determines what you should be concerned about playing. If there's multiple people there with a grass type meta 1 deck, maybe you should play a fire type deck. If there's multiple people there with a type 2 water type deck, maybe you should play a type 1 grass type, or a tier 1 grass type deck.
Okay.
So.
Alright, I learned through just going to Pokemon.com, and there's a free application you can download to your computer.
Yep.
And
great resource to get.
It does teach you, but even at the end of the tutorial, I don't feel 100% confident going to a facility and going against a bunch of people, especially people that know what they're doing. Even though I practiced on that, I'm still learning through you. What would you, if you had to outline what your deck should look like via like number of basics, number of seconds, stage 1, stage 2s, energies, trainer, how would you divide it?
It's really difficult to say.
Because it's a 60 card deck,
Yep,
right?
it's really difficult to say. Depending on the type of deck that you have built, I would say you're going to run somewhere around 10 to 15 energy, depending on the deck. Some decks run 6 regular energy and 4 special energy. That gives you 10. Some decks run 12 regular energy and no special energy.
Okay.
So it just kind of depends on the deck. Far as supporters go, you're probably going to run a decent amount of supporters. Again, unless you're running a weird deck, you're probably going to have somewhere around 10 to 15 supporters. And that just is going to be a small number of the same supporters. So 3 play sets. So what I mean by that is 4 Cynthias, 4 Lilies, 4 Guzmas, 4 Acerolas. So that's 16 right there, but that's only 4 different cards. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? The next thing you're going to have is your Pokemon. And this is going to take up a large chunk of your deck depending on the Pokemon that you're playing. If you're playing a evolution-based deck, you're probably going to have 20 to 30 Pokemon, depending on the type of evolution and the number of branches, okay? Now, you'll notice that if you do the math so far, 15, 15, 30, we're at 60 cards, okay? And so that leaves us no space at all for item cards, which comes into a very important role, and you're probably going to run anywhere from 5 to 10 item cards, depending on the deck. So, again, depending on what deck you run, there's definitely variations between the number of cards you can play. It all depends on how the deck is structured, what the deck is supposed to do, and the way it is supposed to win the game out of the 3 possible win conditions.
I know, so of your 20 to 30 Pokemon, how many would you say are basic, stage 1?
If you have an evolution deck, you're probably going to have at least 8 basic. If you do not have an evolution deck, you're going to have no more than 8 basic.
Okay.
Because your attackers are all going to be basics, and your support cards are all going to be basic. You're not going to have very many variations.
Okay. And then stage 1, stage 2.
Again, depending on the type. So normally when you build an evolution chain in a deck, we do 4 basic, 3, 3.
Mm-hmm.
So 4 basic Pokemon, 3 stage 1s, 3 stage 2s. And what this is assuming is that one of your basics might get knocked out or prized before you get a chance to get to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And then, later on in the game, when you need one of those stage 1s to evolve it, you want to have at least 3 to be able to, if you discard one early on in your hand or something like that, again, you can evolve it late on, and that's kind of the same idea with the stage 2s.
Okay. And then how many GXs do you typically have?
So depending on, the stage 2s are often GXs now. So your stage 2 Pokemon may very well be your GXs, but you're always going to have at least 2 Tapu Lele backups.
Okay.
And those are going to be your kind of setup cards that help you dig for supporters, help you kind of find things you need. The Tapu Leles are expensive right now. I think they're $40 a piece for the regular art.
Mm-hmm.
That was just the last time I checked. But they really do. They make a game changer, man, with that ability to find a supporter when you need it.
Now, what's the difference between GX versus EX cards?
So as far as prizing goes, there is no difference. They're both worth 2 prizes. Basically, EX and GX cards are just stronger versions of the base Stage 1 and Stage 2 cards that you get. EX was released a couple seasons back. GX is more recent. Really, the GX cards have some more abilities and they're a little bit better, but it's just a new version of the EX 2 prize card knockouts.
Okay. So for someone that doesn't know what a prize is so you knock out a Pokemon on the other person's team and you get to choose one of your own prize cards, and that's chosen at the beginning of the game what your prize cards are, and that's just 6 random cards.
Exactly,
right?
that's right. So after you draw your hand,
So to win, let's talk about there's
the 3 win conditions.
3 ways to win.
Yeah, the 3 win conditions. So the first one is just as he said. At the beginning of the game, you're going to draw your hand, and then you're going to take 6 cards, put them face down on one side of your play area, and those are called your prize cards. And just as in any traditional Pokemon game, when you knock out 6 of your opponent's Pokemon, you win. And the way that we represent that in the card game is with prize cards. So when you knock out a basic Pokemon, or any Pokemon that's not an EX or a GX, you take 1 prize card. So any basic, Stage 1 or Stage 2, any non-EX or GX is worth 1 prize card. And then, once you take an EX or GX Pokemon, they're worth 2 prize cards. So your EX and GX Pokemon can be game changers, but they can also quickly lead to a downfall late in the game. If the enemy only has 2 prize cards left, and they take out one of your EXs, that's the game, or GXs.
Okay, so the first one is you lose all 6 prize cards.
Exactly, that would be one, or take all 6 from your opponent. That would be one way to win. The second way to win is the classic deck out. If your opponent runs out of deck and they have no cards to draw from, you win on their turn. When they have no cards to draw new from their 60 card pile, you automatically win. That's a simple one.
To draw.
And there are many decks that focus on your opponent drawing out.
Really? So that's a strategy.
That is a strategy, is to deck out your opponent. Yes,
okay.
It is. Very much so. There was a very good deck a few metas back, which used Sylveon GX, and it was all about you don't attack at all. No prize cards are taking the whole game from you. All you do is deck them out.
Okay.
So that's a very valid strategy. Yep.
Deck you out, dog.
Exactly.
All right.
And then the last way to win, of course, is if they do not have any Pokemon on their bench, your opponent, and you knock out their active Pokemon, then you win the game because they have nothing new to promote to the active spot.
Okay.
It's basically like knocking out their last Pokemon if they have nothing in reserve.
Okay. So, yeah, it's
nothing.
And that's usually like
at the beginning of a game.
Yeah, so that's more of like an unlucky start of a game
for an opponent. Yep. If your opponent gets an unlucky start and you can get a quick win, that's usually how you get a knockout that way.
Okay. So, have you ever lost in that manner?
I've lost multiple times in all 3 manners.
Okay.
Yep. It happens to everyone, man. You get a bad draw, or you run through your deck too fast, and before you know it, you're out of cards and you're opponents knocked out your one little rowlet you had, your SOL. But most Pokemon card games matches are played 2 out of 3. So you usually have a chance to come back. It's Swiss style, just like the Pokemon Go matches.
Kind of like more of a personal thing is what got you into the trading card game?
So I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh, to be honest. And the community down here in Florida was kind of toxic. And after I got out of the military, I was a military guy like yourself. After I got out of the military, I just decided to look into something different. And I tried Magic, and I tried Pokemon, and I've always been a huge Pokemon fan, and just kind of drifted that way. And like I said, I tried a very cheap Gorgeist deck, and won a tournament with it, man, and was hooked from day one.
Do you think in your opinion, the packs that are already battle ready, are those even worth buying?
So there's definitely some good cards in the pre-made decks and the kind of starter decks. I would definitely say if you do not have any cards, know nothing about battling, it's a great place to start. They give you a game mat to kind of understand the layout. They give you a rule book so you kind of know no one can pull a fast one on you or anything like that. And it's always good to have the basic supporters and items that come in those sets. So it's a great place to start, but I would say very quickly you're going to deviate from what they give you.
Okay, so it's more of like I want to learn how to play.
Stepping stone.
And like real quick, so my understanding of the play field is you have your active card here, and then like you have your bench down here, and you can have up to 5. Right?
5 bench Pokemon plus your 1 active equals 6. So that's the most you can have.
And then I know there's a coin, for heads and tails.
Yep, that's going to be, some Pokemon have attacks based on that, and also when you begin the game, you're supposed to offer your opponent heads or tails. See who goes first.
Okay, and then you have, where's your prize cards? Are they the left or?
So most people set their decks to their right hand side because they're right hand dominant. It's completely up to you. Your discard or your trash pile goes beneath your deck right here, and then your prize cards go on the opposite side of the board. You can make 3 rows of 2, 2 rows of 3, 1 row of 6. It really doesn't matter.
So your prizes are usually...
Exactly. Yep. That's where your prize area is. Yes, sir. That's exactly right.
And just so it's clarified, because I remember when I was trying to learn, I thought that you were pulling from the other person's cards, and it's not the other person's cards. It's your own cards. Yep. You just, as you're setting up for the game...
Once you draw your hand and have a basic Pokemon to put in your active spot, you put your hand down, and the next 6 cards on the top of your deck go face down in your prize zone.
Okay, so it's not before the game starts, it's literally as it's about to start.
Exactly, as you draw your hand, as you're setting up. Yep.
And then, so the person that goes first, they collect 7 cards, right?
That's correct, and the person who goes second collects 6. And then draws 1 on the beginning of their turn. Now, I didn't mention this earlier. If you draw 7 cards and you're going first, and you have no basic Pokemon, you reshuffle, and I have the ability to draw 1 extra card, free of no charge. I can still draw on my first turn and everything, for each time you do that.
Okay.
So we call it whiffing, which is like the noise a bat makes if it misses a baseball.
Yeah.
So if you whiff on your first turn and have no basic, your opponent gets to draw an extra turn, or an extra card, an extra card on their turn.
Due to you not kind of being ready for
exactly.
battle.
And so if you whiff 3 times, I can draw 3 cards. If you whiff 4 times, I can draw 4 cards. And I can choose how many cards I want to draw before I draw them.
Okay. Alright. So yeah. Is there any other tips, tricks?
I would definitely say don't be afraid to try something you've never seen or heard of. Shout out to Rare Candy TCG. They do a great job on some deck builds. Maybe link in the description.
If you want to just take a look at the playmat, I mean, it's a little upside down, but
here, I'll flip it over.
But it's definitely like a beautiful looking playmat.
Rare Candy
definitely looks
TCG.
fancy.
They do a great job. Awesome deck building videos. Awesome training videos so you can kind of get a grasp for the game.
You can join their Patreon and get one of these if you're interested. I just really thought the mat was awesome and exclusive and cool, so that's why I picked it up.
By the way, I'm not getting paid for him to say any of this.
No, yeah, me either. No payment.
It's just it's just love.
Yeah, they do a great job, and I think their videos are awesome, and they've helped me learn the game as well. So they're good guys over there.
So how would you rate like the community that plays this? So if I were to, I have been nervous about going to a facility to play and not know what's going on. How would I be like shunned or mistreated or?
So I would say that in any community, there are certain players who are toxic. Is the word I would use. Guys who are gonna grumble at you and complain and whine. I would say there's a certain number of those guys anywhere you go. But I would say the Pokemon community that I have been in down here in Jacksonville, Florida, is one of the best communities for card games I've ever seen. The local gym leader here is a guy named Parker Greenwald. He's a great guy, and he does an awesome job, like hosting the events. All those cards you were looking at earlier with the little Play Pokemon League, I got from events with him. Oh, that's boss. All that kind of stuff, man. And I mean, they do a really good job. They have like new people come Thursday. And they'll teach you if you have any questions. They'll kind of sit down and they have like a box full of cards. If you need help building a deck, they'll sit down and give you cards to build a deck.
Okay.
So I think they're pretty good people, man. And I think it's a good community here. So.
Okay. Something that Josh taught me just a little bit ago was that they actually give out gym battle or gym badges.
Yep.
Just like in the games. So he has his little gym badges he likes to collect onto his binder. So of course you don't have to put yours onto your binder. He was saying that other people put it on their jackets or
whatever,
sleeve or. I just thought it was interesting that you can go out and earn real world gym badges, and I just thought that was pretty sick. So I've never actually heard of that. I'm sure there's a lot more. I thought that was more like professional stuff, but no. Even at the local level, you can go out and support your bragging rights. So, yeah, I think that's it. So we're actually not gonna do the demonstration today. We might save that for another video. So make sure you guys stick around, subscribe, and we will get into that. I love that ringtone. Get into the battle, so you get to see firsthand how we play. He'll talk to me to make sure that I understand and everything. So, anyways, have a good day. Okay. By the way, guys, so these are his new cards, his Japanese Lapras and his Mewtwo GX. And that Mewtwo GX is from the new Detective Pikachu line.
It's such a pretty card, man.
Yeah.
I love the artwork on it.
And then, so he had a look through my Japanese binder and found a bunch of cards he fell in love with.
Yeah, so these three are really just kind of like heartfelt asphyxiations. But this one right here is not a rare card, not worth a lot. But this was in my first deck that I built. I was telling him, and it meant so much to me to see this in Japanese. I love Pumpkaboo. I love Gourgeist. And that was the first deck that I won a tournament with. So this was really kind of like a really special moment for me to be able to get this. So I really appreciate that, man.
Nostalgic through like gameplay.
Yeah,
and whatnot.
exactly.
And so, yeah, he gave me, or we traded. So those are his cards now. Those are for my own collection. And this is what I was able to steal from him. So if you know... I'm a huge fan of these full art cards. These are definitely about to go up on the wall, so we might even do that next after I get home. So, but no, thank you so much for having me over and teaching me, and I can't wait to come back and we can actually battle each other. Yeah. Oh yeah, and by the way, he gave these to me as a gift.
I figured I got a giveaway. You should give away, right? You know?
So, all right, man. Yeah, you guys have fun. We'll see you soon.